Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth class of the Post Office Guide Part 1. In the previous class, we have discussed up to clause number 31 of PO Guide Part 1. Clause 32 and 33 is a deleted clause, and in this class, we'll begin from clause number 34, which speaks about the method of recall of articles. So what is that facility of recall? So a sender, this is a facility to call back, to get back the article which has been posted by the sender. So a sender has can withdraw the post or can even alter the address of the addressee so long as the article has not been delivered to the addressee. So as long as a letter is in transit or it has been not delivered to the addressee, so a sender can get back, withdraw the post, or can alter the address of the such letters. So this facility we call it as recall of articles. So this recall of articles can be done only when the articles which has been transmitted, which has not been any confiscated or destroyed, or it has not been seized by virtue of any law of the country. So simply when it is in transmit and not been delivered, we can get back the article. So this facility we call it as recall of articles. So this for this recall of articles, the permission of first class postmaster is required if the articles was posted in his office. So whenever an article is being booked in a first class post office, so in such case, permission of that first class postmaster is required when it is being posted in that office or the superintendent of post offices of that area. So the prescribed fee, so generally the fee for getting recall of articles is ₹6 per articles. So the prescribed fee of ₹6 in the shape of postage stamps will be affixed to the application. So a sender who wants to get back a recall of his article, he will write a written request letter, and he has to pay the postage, the required fee for the postage in the shape of postage stamps, and he has to give it to the postmaster. The fees once paid will not be refunded at any cost, and where the application in respect of recall of any insured or registered article, a copy of original receipt which has been provided earlier will also to be submitted to the post office. So whenever application of recall is made in respect of any accountable articles, in such case the copy of original receipt will also made to be submitted along with the applications. So the sender shall also be liable to pay the amount of any air mail or any telegraph charges payable on such communications. So in order to get back the letter, if there is any air mail or telegraph charges being involved in that, so those kind of charges will also to be backed by the sender only. So the postal article shall be returned to its origin, the sender, by air only if the sender undertakes to pay the necessary air surcharge. So only if the sender promises to pay the necessary air surcharge, then the arrangements will be made to get back the articles by air, and it will be delivered to the sender. So this kind of provision to get back we call it as recalled article. So as I told earlier, so the fees once paid will not be refunded at any cost. So application for any type of accountable articles, we have to affix along with the original receipt, and any kind of any air mail or telegraph charges are bearable by the sender, and the postal article shall be returned to its origin by air only if it is the sender undertakes to pay the necessary air surcharge. So whenever a postal article is redirected by air following a request for alteration of address, the necessary air charge will be collected from the addressee. So if the sender wants to get back the article to him, he want to recall to him, then the necessary air surcharge will be paid by the sender. So whenever a sender wants to alter the address by air and he want to send it through air, in such case the necessary air surcharge will be collected from that new addressee. So the second addressee to whom now the articles has been addressed. So this is all about the recall of articles. So the important thing in this clause is to remember the fees, that is ₹6, and the prescribed fee should be paid in the shape of postage, not through cash or anything else. it has to be paid in the shape of postage stamps. So this is very important. Now moving on to the delivery part of the PO guide. So the PO guide, the further one more portion. So it deals about the delivery, how to make delivery. So the general definitions and the method of delivery. So now we'll see the clause number 35, the definition of delivery. So a delivery of a postal article at a house or the office of the addressee or to the addressee or his servant or agent or to any other person considered to be authorized to receive such article in the usual manner of delivering is deemed to be delivered to the addressee under the Post Office Act. So delivery is nothing but delivery at once the addressee's home or at the office or to his servant or any other relations or any other authorized persons authorized by the addressee will be treated as or deemed to be delivered under the Post Office Act. So this is the definition for a delivery. So the next one, how to deliver a registered article. So no registered article will be delivered to the addressee unless without getting any acquittance, that is without obtaining any signature as a receipt for it. The postman or a delivery agent should not deliver such registered articles, not only registered articles, for any accountable articles. Especially for registered article is addressee specific, right? We have to deliver those articles only to the addressee or his authorized person. So no registered articles will be delivered unless the addressee signs a receipt for it by the postman who delivers such article. So the next one, clause 37, speaks about the refusal of registered articles presented for delivery. So the addressee has has every right. Either he can get the article, he can receive the article, or he can also refuse the article. So if an addressee refuses an article, and along with that refusal, if he or she makes an application to the post office in writing to detain the article, so the post office can detain such registered articles for a period not exceeding 7 days from the date of its presentation. So I'll make it even more clear. So we are approaching an addressee to deliver a registered articles. So the addressee refuses, and along with the refusal, he also makes a written application to the office. So to detain the article in the office. So in such case, the post office can definitely retain the article for a period not exceeding 7 days, but only at the case where there is any written application in writing, the addressee should give. So if the addressee fails to take delivery of the article from the prescribed post office within the set period of 7 days, the article will be returned to the sender or RLO with the remark as refused. The remark refused will be recorded on the article, and that the addressee fails to take the delivery. So a remark called refused will be recorded, and it will be delivered sent back to the sender or RLO. So even after refusal, by giving a written application, we can detain up to 7 days. So if within the 7 days, if the addressee fails to take the delivery, it will be returned to the office of posting for delivery to the sender. And a remark refused will be recorded on such articles. So this is about the clause number 37. Now moving on to the next clause, clause number 38. The special procedure for delivering registered articles to firms. So whenever we receive multiple articles to the same firm or same institution or to the same addressee, so any registered articles for delivery to firms, they will be entered in a special list. So there will be a special delivery slip. So in present case also we are following the same. So we will prepare a special list in duplicate. The list has to be prepared in duplicate. So the one who receives the list of a bundle of articles, they will sign the upper copy as a token of receipt, and the articles along with the second copy, that is a lower copy, will be delivered to such institution of the firms. So no individual receipts will be prepared in these kind of multiple letters to the same addressee. So I repeat, whenever a registered articles multiple articles is to be delivered for the same firm or same institution or even to the same addressee, they will be entered in a special list that will be in duplicate one, actually triplicate. One will be office copy and the two will be given to the delivery agent. So the postman or the delivery agent, so he will take 2 copies. So the addressee is required to sign the upper copy as a token of receiving that, and the lower copy along with the articles will be delivered, and no individual receipts will be prepared in this kind of cases. So the next clause, very important, very important in examination point. How to deliver a registered articles to a Pardanashin women. So very important, very good. It is rare to see a question paper without this question. So that much important this clauses. So how to deliver registered articles for a Pardanashin woman. So what is the difficulty to deliver an article to a Pardanashin woman? So we cannot identify such Pardanashin women in a Parda. So how to deliver such article without identifying an addressee, how delivery can be made in. So there is a method has been prescribed in which it has been signifying that the signature, so a registered post has been received in the name of Pardanashin woman. So the signature the thumb impression or any mark if she is an illiterate. So either signature or the thumb impression will have to be attested by a respectable witness. So very important point. So in this case, the signature or the mark of the Pardanashin women will have to be definitely attested by a respectable witness, and then very importantly the article will be delivered to the witness, or not the women, it will be delivered to the witness. So this is for the case where you know a respectable witness in the nearby surrounding of the Pardanashin women. So we are going to that women. So we have to get the signature, and below the signature has to be attested by a respectable witness, and the article will be delivered to the witness. So when the witness is not personally known to the postman, so if the witness is not personally been to the postman, the witness is not personally being known, then he or she must be, before taking delivery of articles, be identified, and the person who identifies him required to sign the receipt and acknowledgement as a witness to the delivery of the articles. So very simple. If there is a respectable witness known to the postman, then he can put witness. If the witness is personally not known to the postman will bring an identifier. So who can properly identify this Pardanashin women? So in this case also, the signature of the Pardanashin women will be attested by this witness brought by the postman from outside for the purpose of identifying the women for the delivery of articles. So very simple. If the witness is personally known to the postman, then the case is very simple. We are getting the signature of the women. So below, the witness will attest and the letter will be delivered to the witness. So if the witness is not personally known, so then they will bring an identifier commonly known both for the Pardanashin women and the postman. So now this person will put a sign as an acknowledgement as a witness to the delivery of the articles. Very important point in examination point of view. So moving on to the next clause. So how to deliver a damaged register articles. So whenever we receive any damage or torn out a registered article in a damaged condition, the same should not be sent out for the delivery through the delivery postman. Instead, a notice will be sent to the addressee requesting him to attend the post office within 7 days in case of inland and 15 days in case of foreign article to take delivery. So I repeat, damaged article should not be sent out. So a notice should be given to the addressee. If it is an inland article, it will be detained in office for 7 days. And in case of foreign articles, it will be detained for 15 days. So the notice will have to be produced at the post office by the addressee for taking delivery. So in case of damage, a notice has to be served and the addressee can bring the notice to the post office and he has to take the window delivery. How long it will be detained in the office? In case of inland, it will be detained for 7 days, and in case of foreign articles, it will be detained in the office for 15 days. So now moving on to the next clause. Delivery of parcels and the period of their detention at the office of delivery. So parcel is one peculiar kind of mails because there are many changes in parcels, which is not common with, it will not common with other kind of articles. So generally, a parcel which does not exceed 10 kg in weight will be issued for delivery only once. Very important. Generally, for all kind of mails, there will be two intimations. One is first intimation and second intimation. But for parcels, there is only one intimation. It has to be sent out for delivery only once. Only one intimation will be given to the addressee, and that too, only parcels which is below 10 kg of weight will only be given to the to the delivery agent for delivery. And as I told, it will not be issued again for delivery. So a notice of arrival of the parcel will be issued and the next delivery through the postman. So a notice of arrival that a parcel has been arrived and you can get back at the post office whenever you need through window delivery can be, a notice of such arrival can be given to the addressee. So a parcel weighing over and above 10 kilograms in weight will be delivered only at the post office window. Very, very important. If it is below 10 kg, we can send out through delivery. And if it is above 10 kilograms, it will be delivered only through the post office window, and a notice will only be served. An intimation alone will be given to the addressee. If the addressee failed to take delivery within 7 days from the date of notice, the parcel will be treated as unclaimed and it will be returned to the sender or RLO. So what are all the important things in this clause? So parcel below 10 kg will be issued, that too only one intimation. It will not be issued again for delivery. So parcel weighing over and above 10 kilograms will be delivered only at the post office window. And if the addressee fails to take the delivery within the period of detention of 7 days, then the parcel will be treated as unclaimed. So this is all about clause number 41. So the next clause speaks about the method of delivery of insured articles. So how to deliver insured articles? So any insured article which the value of which not exceeding rupees 500 will be delivered in an ordinary course. But an insured article for over and above rupees 500 rupees will be delivered only at the post office window, and only an intimation of arrival, as in the case of parcel, only the intimation of arrival will be sent by the post office to the addressee. If any outward appearance of the insured letter of the cover gives rise for any suspicious of any tampering or any damage, then the addressee should the postmaster should arrange to open the article in the presence of postmaster, and they will take an inventory. So they will take the inventory of what are all the contents in that insured letter, and the inventory will be prepared in duplicate, and one copy of such signed inventory will be forwarded to the sender. Okay, so generally below 500 we can give for delivery. Above 500 rupees in value will be delivered only at the post office window. And if there is suspicious damage in the article, the addressee can open the article in front of the postmaster. In such case, an inventory will be prepared in duplicate, and the addressee will sign the inventory in presence of the postmaster, and one copy of signed inventory will be forwarded by the post office to the sender with the unsigned acknowledgement attached to it. So whenever an insured article is issued for delivery, this also will not be sent out for a second time, and only one intimation, the intimation of its arrival, will be made over to him. So this also will be intimated only once. It will not be sent out for a second time, and only notice of such an intimation will only be given for insured articles. So this is the method of delivery of insured articles. So the next clause is about delivery of VP, the value payable articles. So the same as insured articles, The value payable articles. So the value payable articles also, if it is below 500 in value, rupees in value, then they can send out through the delivery agent. But if it exceeds rupees 500, an intimation will only be sent to the addressee, and such article will be delivered only through the on payment of the required amount at the post office window. If the amount does not exceed 500, the article will be delivered by the postman at the addressee's residence on payment of the due amount. And for normal delivery agent, it is 500. And in case of village postman or village postman, the amount is only, the limit is only rupees 250 rupees. So if the amount exceeds rupees 250, then the delivery is to be made by village postman or ED. The article will be delivered at the only at the post office window. So generally, these limits are very important. So for parcels, we have seen 10 kgs is the limit. Over and above 10 kgs will be delivered through window. And for insured, the limit is 500 and above 500 through window. In case of VP, we are dividing. There are two cases. In case of village postman, 250 is the limit, and above 250 it has to be delivered through window. And in case of other postman, rupees 500. 500, the amount does not exceed rupees 500. The article will be delivered by the postman at the residence and otherwise at the post office window. So this is very, very, very important. The next clause number 44, delivery of articles on which custom duty is due. So it is generally delivery of articles on which custom duty is due. In articles which bears any customs duty or anything else, any customs duty is due to be paid. So it will be generally recovered and then only the article will be delivered. So if it is to be recovered in excess of rupees 50, then the article will be delivered at window. And in case of Presidency and all first class post offices, this limit is rupees 100. So whenever the value of customs duty to be recovered from the addressee exceeds rupees 50, the article will be delivered at the window. And in case of first class head offices, this limit is extended up to rupees 100. So this is about 44. So the next one, clause 45. Small package, this one will see in detail in PO Guide Part 2. So the small packets received from any foreign countries are charged on delivery a delivery fee. So whatever the delivery fee which needs to be recovered, they will be charged, and then only those small packets will be delivered to the addressee. So that's all. So the next clause number 46. Arrangements for delivery of overvalue articles at no delivery town post offices. So generally we all will know that only the delivery post offices can deliver the articles, and they only have the powers for delivery. But if a superintendent of post offices is willing to extend this service to even to the no delivery town post office, he can do so. So the superintendent of post office are empowered, and he is authorized to empower even a no delivery town post offices to deliver such articles at the window. Wherever there is a need for a no delivery town post office to deliver such articles, a superintendent of post office is authorized to empower such facility to that office also. So very important in examination point of view. Questions may be like, who is empowered to give such kind of articles even to the no delivery town office? So only the divisional head, that is the superintendent of post. They will not deliver at the premises of the addressee. So they will deliver only such articles only at the window if necessarily. So this is very important in examination. Questions has been previously asked in this clause. So please do remember. So the next one is about the method of payment of money orders. So now only electronic money orders is in vogue, and there is no ordinary money orders which is being used. So whenever a money order has been received at the delivery post office, the delivery of the amount, the money, will be made at the address of the payee. So for articles, we will term it as the sender and addressee, and in case of money orders, it is payee and the remitter. So the one who sends the amount will be termed as a remitter, and one who receives the amount will be termed as payee. So there is some portions, the coupon portion in the money order should be retained by the payee itself. And if there is any doubt, if any doubt arises, if the money order is to be payable to any person who is not permanently residing within the jurisdiction, or the payee is not personally known to the postmaster or the delivery agent, so such money orders will be paid only on satisfactory proof of identity of the claimant. So if there is any doubt arising out of his identity, or if the postman is unsure about his residence in that area, in such case he can deliver the same only on proper identification and on satisfactory giving proof of identity of the claimant. And special arrangements can be made at post offices for payment of money orders by check or even postal pay order, or any book adjustment in case of any colleges or institutions or any firms those who are receiving in bulk many post offices regularly, those who regularly post office in in more volumes. In that case, special arrangements can be made for payment of money orders even by through check or postal pay order or by book adjust, making some adjustment in the accounts, so they can do. And very importantly, a money order exceeding rupees 2,000 in value will not be paid by the village postman. In such case, only window delivery has to be made effective. So a village postman is not entitled to deliver a money order over and above the value of rupees 2,000. In such case, the respective postmaster has to make the payment of such money order through window. So this is all about how to pay money orders. So I repeat, so money orders will be paid at the address of payee, and the coupon portion will be can be retained by the payee. And if any doubt arises regarding the permanent residence of the payee in that jurisdiction, the postman can claim for the satisfactory proof of the claimant. And whoever wants to receive, regularly receiving money orders in bulk, they can demand for payment of money orders through check or postal pay order or even by book adjustment. And a village postman can take delivery of the money order only within the limit of rupees 2,000. So the money order exceeding rupees 2,000 will not paid by the village postman, and only intimation will be given, and window delivery will be made by that postmaster. The next important thing, the clause number 48. The duties of postman and other delivery agents. This is very, very important. So questions may be like MCQ. So they will club and they can ask which statement is correct and which statement is incorrect. Even for all the before clauses which we learned in this session or even the previous class, those are the general things. So questions may be like, they will give two statements and they can ask for which statement is correct and which one is incorrect. Or they can give 4 options and they can ask you to choose which are all the statements which is correct or incorrect, like that. So it is absolutely necessary to read each and every line of the syllabus in detail. So you cannot omit even a single clause. So now we'll see this clause, clause number 48. So what are all the duties of postman and other delivery agents? A postman or a delivery agent is completely forbidden to deliver any articles due to the post office, or whether on account of postage, customs duty, or any other account, without receiving such payment of due amount, or to deliver any registered or insured article or parcel without obtaining the signature of the addressee. So the delivery agent has to deliver the article only after receiving all the due postage, and whenever a delivery agent want to deliver any accountable registered or insured letter or parcel, the same has to be delivered only after obtaining the signature of the addressee. And very importantly, the postman or the delivery agent is forbidden to deviate from the prescribed beats. Beat means the delivery area which they traverse. So they are not bound to cross to sneak into other beats and it is completely forbidden to deviate from their own prescribed beats and cannot therefore be required to call again to receive payments of sums due. So they should make deliver only at their own beat, and they should not deviate from their prescribed beats. And one more thing, a postman or a delivery agent is not bound to give change. So he or she is not bound to give change. It is not necessarily. Whenever, if a public claims that you should give the change, it is not absolutely necessary. So the public cannot demand, or they cannot claim it as a or as a that you have to give change. So the postman of the delivery officials are not bound to give change. So these three things keep in mind. So should not deliver without receiving the due postage, and only accountable articles will be delivered only after getting proper acquittance, and they should not deviate from their own beats, and they are not bound to give change. And clause number 49, delivery of articles at the post office without a delivery agent. So in case of smaller post office in the rural areas, where there is no specific person for delivery, in such case, the postmaster himself can deliver the registered and all the unregistered and insured articles, and they can pay money on it. So very simple one. If there is no delivery agent for that post office, the postmaster himself can deliver all the accountable or unregistered, and he himself can make payment of money orders. And now clause number 50. Clause number 50 is important. Clause number 50, refusal of articles. So the addressee has every right to even for to refuse an articles. So it's not necessarily that he should he should take the delivery. He can also very well refuse the article. So the addressee of an article is not bound to pay the amount due on it to the post office if he does not want to take delivery of it. So if he does not want to take delivery, he need not pay any postage due or customs duty or any other sum which has been mentioned in that letter. So in this case, the word refused will be written by the postman across the cover, and he will return it to the sender or RLO as the case. So refusal, simple thing. So an addressee can even refuse an article. In that case, the addressee need not pay the postage sums due on it. And in this case, the remark called refused will be written by the postman across the cover, and it will be written back to the sender. So with this clause, I'm ending up this session with the clause 50. So we have covered up to 50 clauses. So while revising these clauses with any materials that you have, please do not remember even to memorize the clause number and also the subject or what does the clause speaks about. So with this, I'm ending up this class, and see you all in the next class. Thank you all. Thank you so much.